Where are we?
Brent.
On Cedar Lake.
Yes.
Little village of Brent. There's the Algonquin Outfitters store. All the canoes. And a very large lake. And we are heading off just beyond where those people are paddling right now. Catch any rocks? There's a big one, is there? Other side, bud. Scale it?
Line it.
Line it? No. Well, I'd like to know that someone else has done it successfully first.
Doesn't look that great. We did murder one 2 years ago.
True. Get your nose in there. See, you can tell by, see the way the logs are?
Yeah.
Like an old dam right in front of you, see it?
Yeah.
These things right there.
So that was a chute?
Might have been a chute or a log jam, or a log dam, I'm not sure.
Watch this.
Nice. Gotta watch your metal. shoes on. Wow, look at the boiler, eh?
Yeah.
Look, people have left things here. That's nice.
What have they left here?
Like you could pick that up and take it, but they haven't. Watch out for metal pieces. What's that big wheel?
Maybe it had the winch. That was the winch.
Yeah, it would be some kind of winch. There's two of them. There's one on this side too. It's like a paddle wheel or something. Maybe it floated across lakes.
Spitz to meet you.
That was Spitz to meet you. We're on our first night, and we're on Catfish Lake. Our plan was unambitious, and we were going to go to Stack's Rapids, but Jared and I looked at the campsites along there and said, no thank you. They looked kind of crummy.
There's one right in the middle of the portage.
Yeah, they were right along portages and stuff, so we didn't like them. The rapids and things that we saw were really nice. We went for some swims, and you know, it's very, very scenic, but the campsites along there are pretty poor, and I thought they'd be also a little buggy. So we decided to do a 2,300 meter portage, and we did it one trip. Jared carried my big backpack and the small school backpack on his front.
Yeah, I did. Dad was complaining.
Pardon?
Nothing.
And I carried the canoe and Jared's backpack, and that went really well. As you can see, we made it to Catfish. We're kind of in the middle of Catfish, across from an island that they call Shangri-La, and we're at a very nice campsite. We'll give you a tour of it tomorrow. We got here late, almost going on 6 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, it was 5:40. 5:24 when we pulled up. Very long day. We didn't have lunch. We just had a few snacks and lots of water. In fact, we've been drinking tons of water. We got some water on for tea and hot chocolate. And the bugs have been really bad. Deer flies like crazy, horse flies.
We sat in the tent for a couple hours.
Yeah, we sat, well, not a couple hours, but an hour. We sat in the tent after our swim, after our dinner, trying to stay away from the bugs. It's still very warm. I would imagine it's probably 24 degrees, and it's 9 o'clock or 8:30.
Really?
Or something. Well, 8:30. Sun's just setting. 8:30, I guess. And 24 degrees and humid, if not even warmer. So, and we have to wear our clothes simply because we want the bugs to stay away from us. As you can see, I'm itching all the time. So.
I'm not.
But it's beautiful. Jared, did you see any wildlife today?
We saw a moose.
There's a moose over there in the bay, in the grassy bay.
I got some pictures.
And he was far away, and we were tired and had just arrived at this campsite, and we're tired of looking for good campsites. The bonus about leaving Stack Rapids behind and coming here is that we can stay at this campsite for 2 nights. We're not really supposed to be on Catfish. Hopefully we don't get in any trouble.
Until 12 a.m.
Yeah, until, I guess, first light tomorrow morning we're allowed to be here, and we'll already be here. The other thing we saw was an old alligator, which is a big, like, mechanical steam device that
No, it's not. It's a big animal that will try and kill you.
No, it's a big mechanical device that would pull log booms across the lake, or pull itself across the lake or across land during the lumber years. So, oh yes, that doesn't belong here. We think it belongs on the island over there. Someone dragged it here as a souvenir, but realized that's a stupid thing to do and portage out of here. So we're gonna go take it back to the alligator tomorrow.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I've had some fruit. I don't know if you're interested in that. Remember, it's good for you. Even a few apple slices. Yeah. No, I don't think it's like the 9-volt.
Hey!
Look at this. Our tent. So let's find a spot where the water didn't collect.
Whoa, that feels so cool.
Even right here would be better.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Probably would be better, but I don't really want to move it.
I know we don't.
Right now.
But when it dries, no, we can't move it right now.
Good.
We can't leave it in that puddle.
Let's try making a way to smooth it.
Just, yeah, that's a good idea. You can get it to drain. Good morning. It's our third day. Our first day, if you remember, we did a little more than we had originally planned for and came all the way to Catfish Lake. Yesterday we spent the day on Catfish Lake. It was a hot, humid day. We had 2 thunderstorms, one around 4 o'clock, and we were prepared. Went in the tent and it swamped us out. Our tent was back there where it was higher than here, but even still there were puddles everywhere. We got an inch and some of rain in a matter of 20 minutes. So the middle of our tent was actually sort of like a little river that went down into these bigger puddle areas. So we moved it back even further, higher and dry. And then last night around, I don't know, 8:30, Jared, 8 o'clock, we had another, we missed the biggest part of the thunderstorm. It just was beyond us, but we got tons of rain. So, you know, a few good cracks in that, and we heard cracks all night until around 10 or 11. So that's why we didn't do our video log yesterday. Yesterday we spent trying to fish, trying to canoe. It was a very windy day. We tried to get to Catfish Rapids, but
3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
Well, that was twice, but chickened out just because we thought there would be thunderstorms. If we had gone the first time, we would have been fine. Oh well. What can you say, Jared?
You got me scared for nothing.
Oh, okay. Got him scared for nothing. Today it's overcast, cooler, a little less humid, although there's moisture in the air for the temperature that it is. We're trying to dry things out. The line is full of clothes and parts for the tent and that sort of thing. So we'll take our time. We have a big portage. It's almost 3 kilometers till we get to the Nipissing. So up the Catfish, across Luckless Lake, and the big portage. And then we hope to stay at a campsite near Plum Creek Junction. Looks like it's going to be overcast, possibility of rain, so once we get things packed up, they should stay pretty dry in the packs. We should be fine. Hopefully once we get to where we need to be, the rain will be done, if there's going to be any rain.
Yeah, I think so. Are you sure that's a moose? Are you sure that's a moose? Yep. guess what lake we're on? Totally not our intended route.
Cedar Lake.
Yeah, where we started.
What are we gonna say? We started up this morning because it was a thunderstorm last night. It was damp this morning, so we plucked along until going on 11 to dry out. Then we're making good progress. From Catfish, we got to the top of Catfish and we realized there was a moose on the adjoining little waterway to Lynx Lake. So we made an immediate left-hand turn and went to go see it, and it was a bull moose, and Jared got some video and some pictures, but he was a coward and ran away.
Yeah. No, not me, the moose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then we went to the Luckless Lake portage and got into Luckless Lake nice and quick. It was 500 and some odd meters. Did it nice and quick. And we're leisurely going, there's a lot of bugs, leisurely going across Luckless Lake, filling up our water, having a snack, when we realized we have left one of our straps back at the portage, so we went back. And then we went to the end of Luckless Lake to the 3,000 meter portage, the 2,900 meter portage, from Luckless Lake to Nipissing River. And if it was perfect weather and maybe the fall with no bugs, that would have been an awesome portage.
And breezy.
And a little breezy, yeah. Because for much of it was an old path, old road or cart path. It was nice and flat. But other parts of it were very overgrown, and there were millions of bugs. Now we do all our portages in one trip, so we did it in how many minutes? 43 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So we were running through that, and it was gradually downhill for the most part, which was nice. So we lucked out that way, but the bugs were crazy. When we got to the Nipissing, it was bright and sunny. We went and took left, went up to Plum Creek, portages there, and there's a couple campsites that we had actually signed out, but we didn't like them. It was very buggy on the Nipissing River. Pretty, fast flowing. Like Jared did a little bit of fishing at the rapids there at Plum Creek. Caught a rock bass.
And then it jumped off itself. Didn't even have to unbait it.
So we had some careful with the camera. So we had some fun there, and then we decided to hightail it and not stay in the Nipissing and come all the way to Cedar. So we had about 9 kilometers of river portaging and canoeing, and we're doing pretty good. Went through and lined some rapids, lined them, and
that means walk
across them. And there were some that we were able to paddle through. It was kind of fun. There was a 900 meter portage around a dam, which we didn't see. We probably would have stopped to see it. However, there was a thunderstorm chasing us all the way down the Nipissing, and as soon as we got to that portage, the rain started, and then it opened up like crazy. And Jared and I decided, well, we might as well ride out the thunderstorm, walk in the portage. So we did. We put on rain jackets over top of our packs and ourselves, and we made it through the portage in a lightning and thunderstorm, and it was pouring. By the time we got to the end, most of the thunder and lightning was done, but there was a good amount of rain, so we put the packs someplace high and covered them up, and we sat on the grass in the rain until it stopped. And I can't tell you what time that was. Can you?
6 maybe, because it's like 7:30 right now.
Yeah, we had gotten to the portage at 5, didn't we?
Mhm. Yeah, I think so.
No, we finished it at 10 to 5.
Yeah.
Is that
Got
right?
there around 4:30.
4:30? Okay, so yeah, it only would have taken us 15 minutes to walk that 900 meters or so. And so by the time we got here, it was probably they were on Cedar Lake now. We had to go through the Nipissing bog, and then find some campsites. And we were a little bit picky because we actually aren't supposed to be here today. We're supposed to be here tomorrow. So this campsite is going to be our campsite for 2 days. It's large, plenty of places for tents. Jared and I decided to move our tent far away from the fire pit, where it's kind of high, and we can hopefully sleep in comfort in case there's another thunderstorm. And that's about it. Saturday. It's the 5th day of our trip and it's 9 o'clock and we are leaving the park. We're leaving this campsite. We didn't do a video log yesterday. We were having some fun fishing and crayfish fishing and a whole bit and trying to dry out. It's been a good trip but a challenging one. 7 thunderstorms, so 8 thunderstorms. Hold on to the camera.
There's bugs.
You can't scratch.
There's bugs.
Oh, forget it.
Keep going.
8 thunderstorms. Hold it still.
It is.
No, it isn't.
Let's go. Hurry.
And that's all she wrote.